Hello everybody, Marcos Viegas for the Boxing Channel, standing here with Manny Pacquiao strength and conditioning trainer, Mr. Alex Ariza. Alex, main topic on everybody's minds about this fight is this new Marquez 2.0, his new physique, his new figure. What do you say about it? Because I know there's been a lot of talk and some comments from Freddie that he believes that there might be PEDs involved due to his trainer's past.
You know, to me, it's not unusual. That's what's supposed to happen. When you train, you follow a program, you have an educated, experienced trainer like Heredia. I have a lot of respect for what they do and for what they did and the work that they've done. So I don't have any problem with the way it is. I think that's the way it should be, and I'm impressed with it for sure.
Is that something that may worry you, or does it worry Manny at all, seeing how his physique has changed now, Marquez?
Yeah, it worries me, whether or not it worries Manny or not. Listen, this guy's not an ex-bodybuilder, he's not an ex-wrestler, he's not a conditioning coach from a football team. He's a guy who is a strength and conditioning coach for a very prominent track team, and a successful one for whatever happened during that course. He knows about speed. He knows how to put on muscle that's functional. So for me, knowing that what he's doing is doing it right, yeah, it's a concern for me.
Did you notice any functional differences in Marquez, and did Manny mention anything in the third fight that he wasn't expecting from Marquez due to that new training regimen that Marquez is doing?
Well, I think everybody says, you know, because of the size of Marquez, that he's slow, he's this, he's that. I didn't see him slow when he fought Manny, and I can guarantee whatever mistakes that Heredia may have made for that fight with Manny, the first one, he's had 2 fights to fix them, and I think he'll come back even better.
Looking at Manny now, what do you have him doing that's different from the other camps? I'm hearing that he looks sensational, that he hasn't looked this great in a really, really long time.
Well, I think Manny always looks great in camp. When it comes fight night with Marquez, that it seems to, you know, things fall apart. So, you know, they've stuck to the boxing program more for this camp, and so I mean, it's one of those things. I hate saying something in the middle of camp because he always looks good in camp. He's always looked great to me in camp. So what matters is what happens on December 8th.
Why do you think camp hasn't translated into the ring recently with his fights?
Well, you know, I mean, of course I'm going to say, you know, because we're not focusing on the strength and conditioning program as much as we used to in the past. I mean, when I look at what made us successful in the past, and when I'm looking at what's not making us successful, that's the only common denominator that's not involved. So I have to assume that that's what it is.
And is it something that he's now doing in this camp?
No, it's not. No. You know, he's gonna focus on the boxing and the strategy of the fight.
That has to drive you crazy.
You know, you can only push your agenda so long, and then you have to support whatever it is that, you know, they ultimately come up with to train.
So with the boxing program now, you know, what's going on with that? Is he solely focusing on technique, on counter-punching and setting up traps?
No, you know, he's going to try to do, you know, like you said, bring it back to the old Manny, try to, you know, do a lot of volume punching, combination, angles, not let have the fight dictated to him, the pace. So, you know, again, we'll have to see on December 8th.
And another issue that usually comes up as well is Manny's cramps during his fights, his legs. How are you addressing this problem to more or less avoid it the night of the fight?
Well, clearly I haven't been able to figure it out for the last couple of fights, but I think it was always, again, I thought it was just the absence of strength and conditioning. I got in touch with an expert who works with professional basketball players, Krista Pryor, strength and conditioning coach, and she's been focusing on Manny for the last couple of weeks, and we haven't had any problems since. We had a lot of cramps earlier in camp. For the first time during training that we had never had. So, but since she's been working with him, we've been okay.
People might say that it's an issue due to age. His legs are not what they used to be. People say this, but what would you say regarding people that make that comment?
I think you have to go back and look at the past, the 5 fights from David Diaz all the way to Claudia to Margarito, where we had no problems through all those times. What did we do different? Why all of a sudden are we having cramps again? We're not doing strength and conditioning. So to me, that has to be the answer. Until we do the whole thing that we used to do, until we complete that whole course again, we won't know.
Well, we'll find out too on December 8th as well. Alex, it's always great speaking with you. Can't wait for the fight. 4th time, Juan Manuel Marquez against Manny Pacquiao. I'm Marcos Viegas here in Los Angeles for the Boxing Channel.